Hi, I'm Linda Deir, and the guides are going to talk with you about helpful guidance, specifically the last one we did. Let me take a look at the name of that one. I'm going to let it play a little bit because one of the viewers had a question about it. The name of this one is Start Over with Our Help. And here's the part where she had a question that I'm going to let the guides talk to you about for clarification. And I'm going to play it, and here it goes. Before you were here, you wanted to experience running and flying and good things all around. You were excited to come here. Yes. Okay, I'm going to stop it there. The guides are going to explain what that meant. And here they go. Vibration was strong on the day you were born. You were very excited to come here, but that was short-lived. People vibrating to a low level were bringing a old, worn out energy to your arrival. You were their hope, and you were vibrating to a body that was so helpless that they were all in to see you grow and learn. You were bold and strong in frequency, and they were here to tame that. You were restricted, and that was so uncomfortable that you were beginning to think you made a mistake. Well, I can understand that. So when you first came here, what they're saying, what they said in that earlier session that they're talking about here, you came in fresh and vibrant and alive and excited to be here. I personally remember what that felt like. And then the reality of being here was put a damper on that much optimism. That's what I want to call it, because that's what it felt like to me. I remember when I first came here, I remember how that felt when the people who were here already brought their dysfunction, introduced me to their dysfunction, like they did with everybody. Some people remember this better than others. I happen to be one of them, okay? So the advantage to that, the disadvantage is it's a real letdown, a disappointment. The advantage to that is that you realize that what you're up against in this life, your family members, they missed it. They forgot who they are. That's really what it comes down to. Definitely. That was the beginning of the suffering that was not necessary, but that was the common frequency of the planet, and the guides could not break through after they were jaded with this energy. Yeah, it's made it real hard for the guides to reach you when you're on the defense all the time. Instead of recognizing what's going on, it's not you. It's not something that you want to take on. But I got to tell you that when you see through that and you're wise to it, you don't mingle with people like you normally would have, because you don't vibrate to that. Okay? You don't have a common ground with that. You see things for what they are. And as you grow and learn, and as you build this communication with your guides, okay, with your guides, this understanding, this connection, this frequency, you're going to know things. You're going to have access to what you need to know just exactly when you need to know it. And the fact that you have already been disappointed, I mean really disappointed with the commonality of everyone and the way that they function here. Once you have that, it can only get better. Once you're wise to what's going on, and you know you don't want to be a party to that, it never felt good. You always knew something was wrong. You never would have come here if you didn't think this was possible, that you could have a full life, a happy life, a life filled with running and flying. I mean freedom. That's what it means. Yes, a great, big, fun life that was always the way you saw it, but was dampened by the others. They failed to see and feel happiness in this world, and that caused you to rethink all you remembered. Even if you think you didn't remember it, the fact that you felt like, wait, something's not right here, you remembered. You didn't come here to play a part in the dysfunction, not at all. In fact, when you came here, they saw the hope in you because they lost the hope in themselves and could not overcome it. You were free, and they were beginning to expect you to be like them so you could survive. We didn't come here to survive. We came here to live. We came here to experience that feeling that we came in with. Okay. Before you were born, you were both afraid and excited to come here. Yes, you were aware that before you arrived, going the distance would strengthen you. But once you got here, you were at a standstill about being here, vibrating to their energy was both frightening and not right. Yes, you will feel this only when you are disconnected from us, and you even begin to be turned off by the common thinking that was going on. You now realize you are not that vibration, and because of that, you will now start to learn again. Okay, so that's what that means. Most of you forgot the powerful feeling you had when you came here. No way would you come into a world that was not wonderful, a world you envisioned as amazing, because you were here, because of you. Okay? We're going to close it. Powerful vibration you possess, always with you. Before you began this life, you were big love, big energy, big frequency, not vibrating to a earth-bound, hurt soul. You were big, even though you were small in size. So, wonderful ways to be free again are vibrating through you now, and it's at your discretion to bring vibration back, and your life begins at that moment. All right. We'll see you next week. If you have any questions about this session or other sessions, put them in the comments. I'll see them, and we'll talk about it. Okay.